Good morning, Gamer Leaf. The Leaf family is Geeky. Lady Leaf, destroyer of gamers' hopes and dreams. Wizard Leaf, raising both the dead and Cain when it suits him. Snack Leaf, came for the snacks, stayed for the snacks. Princess Leaf, gaming with her pinkies out. Barbarian Leaf, there ain't no dungeon deep enough to hide all of his loot. Little Leaf, rampager of board games everywhere. They want everyone to play games that are more fun than the classics like Monopoly and Uno, while annihilating analysis paralysis. Despite of this trap, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to get geeky as Gamer Leaf. If you or any member of the Leaf clan defect back to the classics, those backing this Kickstarter will disavow any knowledge of your actions. This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Good luck, Gamer Leaf. Here's a little bit of our backstory and why we want to create Getting Geeky with Gamer Leaf, besides just getting a secret message telling us what our mission was. Back in the late 2000s, I used to be Senior Airman Leaf, not Gamer Leaf, and I was deployed to Afghanistan, and this took a toll on my family. Turns out it also took a toll on my back. After getting back from my deployment, I had to have several pieces of my back fused together. This is also taking a toll on my family because to allow them to live somewhere safe, I am gone 12 hours a day with the commute and the work time. And then when I come back, also Lady Leaf's health is on a major decline. And so when I get back from home, I'm taking care of the kids. So we're trying to make it so I can do Getting Geeky with Gamer Leaf full-time as my job. So if there's an emergency or something happens, they won't have to wait on me for an hour plus to get back home. I always wanted to be a professional basketball player. Well, I've got a pretty good shot, but with my back being like it is, they wouldn't take me on a professional basketball team. Are you kidding me? When I was back in high school, a long time ago, I wanted to be a radio show host. And one of the local show hosts here has also reiterated that love in me and brought that back to my attention. Plus, with podcasts, that is now possible. So, I want to be able to do this so I can better take care of my family and also I can bring my kids. Because I will tell you just in a moment what Getting Geeky with Gamer Leaf will be all about. Well, this is going to be a great podcast, I'm telling you what. Getting Geeky with Gamer Leaf will consist of different segments. We will tell you a story each week about a certain game. We won't tell you what the game is. I guess maybe you'll see that in the show notes or whatnot if you cheat. Lady Leaf, she always likes to read the last page of the book first. I'm hoping you won't do that. So you'll be surprised, just as surprised as I was when I listened to it. Because I have a bad memory, you know. But we'll tell you the story and then we will bring you great reviews about the game. By then you'll hopefully know what the game is. And we'll bring you reviews about it. Tell you what we liked. What we liked and disliked about games. All the way from 3-year-olds, which is Little Leaf, all the way up through teenagers like Wizard Leaf and all his siblings in between, as well as myself and Lady Leaf. This is going to be a family affair. So that way you can have your grandpas and grandmas, they can know what games to play with you, especially if you're analysis paralysis like me. That way they won't die while they're waiting for you to take your turn. That would be a shame. So this way you can know which games to play beforehand and they can know which games would be good to play with you and they can help combat analysis paralysis, which hopefully we'll be able to do that on the show, but who knows. The Leafs are still trying to get me cured of that. Well, anyways, there will be another section, AAA. Now, why would Alcoholics Anonymous be on a podcast for families about board games? Well, it's not. So you can rest assured. This is called The Adventures in Application Acquisition. Do your kids like digital games? Do they stare at iPads or Android phones when they get an opportunity? Are they addicted to digital games? Well, why not have them play decent, fun, family-friendly games on the iPads as opposed to blow them up, kill them. Games that are going to self-destruct, like that tape recorder did when we got our mission. So we will bring you great apps that are out. We'll compare apps to the board games. If they're board game apps, we'll compare them to the board games. We'll also bring you new games that you might like to try that aren't related to board games. Like Looney Tunes has a running game. There's different games out there. We'll do it on Android as well as on iOS. And if you can think of any other, we'll try, but it will just depend. But those are the two main ones I know about, so we'll bring that to you. We'll also not do a live playthrough. That may be something that happens later on, but at the time being, we'd like to do the story of us doing role-playing games as a family. First off, we're going to start with Too Many Bones, which is a Kickstarter that was recently backed. It's a great game, but we're going to do that as a family. And also, we want to bring you 50 great episodes a year, once a week. Once the explosion's calm, we would like to bring you 2 episodes a week, as well as get a YouTube channel and the different kind of things. We want to get this podcast on all the different venues. Google Play, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, SoundCloud. We want to get it everywhere so the most people can benefit. Now, what is in it for you? Besides great content, well, we're going to have where you can pick your own game. You can pick 1 game, you can pick 2 games, 3 games, so on and so forth, out of great games from great producers and great game companies. Now, I can show you a couple. I have a couple on hand, and then I can tell you about a couple. Now, we have the Stratus games. They're going to give us several games to give you. Eruption. That's a fun one. I played that, where you're trying to make sure your team, your village doesn't explode. And then we have Gold Mine. That's a couple from them. We've got some from Dr. Finn's games. We've got Foragers. We've also got Let Them Eat Shrimp. And then some other ones, we have some great games from Grandpa Beck's games. We got some from Ultra Pro. We have games from Columbia Games. We have games from Thames and Comos. We have games from NSKN. We have a game from what do you call it? The game Battle for Greyport. It's a deck building game I really want to get my hands on. And let's see here. Also, if you're a game designer and you want to get a game to us that we can provide to listeners or provide to backers, feel free to shoot me an email at gamerleaf@gamerleafgo.com. That's like Pokemon Go, but Gamerleaf Go, because I'm Gamerleaf. Senior Airman Leaf, Veteran Leaf, myself, will become Gamerleaf when you help me fund this podcast. I need to be able to do this full time so that I can be here if there's an emergency, or also to help Lady Leaf figure out what's going on with her health, why it's so rapidly declining. Without you, this is impossible. What's in it for you and for this podcast? Well, keep watching and you'll see.